Alright, this video is going to be a walkthrough of our Aviom in-ear monitor system. I'd recommend listening to this video on a pair of headphones or in-ear monitors. So we're going to start with our master section up here, which is these three knobs: master, treble, and bass. These three knobs are only going to affect your overall mix. It's not going to do anything to your individual channels. We'll get to that later. But the master section up here, you have master volume, so as I turn this up, it's going to get louder. As I turn it down, it'll get softer. And then treble, as I turn it up, it's going to get brighter. As I add high frequencies, as I turn it down, it'll get darker. And then the bass knob, as I turn it up, you'll hear the lows in my voice start to come out. As I turn it back down, you'll hear the lows get cut out of the mix. Next, we're going to look at the individual channels. So each of these 16 buttons down here represents an individual channel that you can adjust. So these labels up here tell you what those channels are. You have drums, bass, electric guitar 1A, and electric guitar 1B. That's going to be left and right. Same thing for electric guitar 2, A and B. Acoustic guitar 1, MD, keys left, keys right, click, loop, vocal 1, 2, and 3. And miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is going to be things like your campus pastor's microphone or the videos that are going to be playing on the screen. To select a channel to adjust, all you have to do is click on the corresponding button. So say I wanted to adjust acoustic guitar 1. I could click this button. A red light will show up showing that I'm now editing that channel. Let's go back to vocal 2 for now because that's what I'm talking through. So once you have your channel selected, you can use the volume and pan controls to adjust that channel. Volume is self-explanatory. As I turn it down, it'll get softer. As I turn it up, it'll get louder. Pan mixes the signal, vocal 2, in between your right and left ear. So if I move this knob to the right, you'll hear my voice only in your right ear. As I move this to the left, you'll hear my voice only in your left ear. Let's talk about the solo and the mute buttons next. The solo button can be really useful if you're getting ready for a rehearsal. Everyone's playing and it's loud in your ears, but you don't want to mess up your mix. But you do want to be able to hear only yourself to try to dial in a sound. You might want to solo yourself. So you just select your channel that you're in, and then hit the solo button, and that'll solo you. You can't hear a change right now because there's nothing else playing. And then the mute button, that can be useful if, again, you're getting ready for a rehearsal. Maybe the bass player hasn't showed up yet, and his cable is just open on the stage, causing a nasty buzz in your ears. Instead of turning him down and messing up the mix that you have worked on, you can just select the bass channel and then hit the mute button. Then you'll see a yellow LED down below the bass channel showing that it is muted. And then to unmute, you just press the mute button again. Another really useful function is the trim function. So you'll see trim in parentheses right there over the mute button, and also right here beside this button that's called group. So trim is going to turn everything down, all your channels down by 2 notches on the volume meter. And why that's helpful is, say you can't hear yourself, but you have it all the way turned up, and you don't want to go through and turn everything down individually because that might mess up your mix. You can just trim everything down and then turn yourself up. So say I'm playing in the band right now, and I can't hear myself. I'm obviously all the way turned up right now. So I could go in and trim it, and the way I do that is I press this left trim button. That's really the group button. Press and hold that, and then press the other trim button maybe a couple times, and you'll see it go down right there. And then I can just turn myself up, and now I can hear myself in the context of the mix a little clearer. The last thing we're going to go through is how to save and recall a preset. This is really important because you can work really hard on Thursday to get a mix dialed in for your in-ears, only to come in on Sunday to discover that everything has been reset. That can be really frustrating, but it can be avoided by learning how to save and recall your presets. So to save a preset, all you have to do is hold down both of these buttons under the word save right here. click and hold those, and then select a button that you want to save it to. So I'm going to choose 16. You'll see that it flashed down there to show that it was successful. Now to recall a preset, all you have to do is hold down this left button with the word recall beside it. Hold it down and then press whatever number you saved your preset to. So first I'm going to turn down my mic so you can see how it snaps back up when I recall my preset. All right, and now my preset's back and ready to go. All right, so that's a basic overview of the Aviom in your monitor system. In the next video, we're going to show you how to build a good mix from scratch.